That's a Powerpuff Girls intro.
The city of Townsville. All right, welcome here to Just Another Loser. We got video this time.
Oh shit, I'm famous. I'm YouTube famous.
I can't go to Giant anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
No, today's episode is sponsored by
Cuatro Loco.
Cuatro Loco.
Cuatro Crazy. Cuatro. Drink some Cuatro Crazy.
Cuatro Crazy. No, I was. Let me get this quick ASMR shot real quick.
Oh my god. Oh boy, that's not what I remembered. Oof.
Welcome here to
It's
Just Another Loser ASMR. For those of you who don't know what ASMR is, it's basically shit to help you sleep and relax.
well, to some people, a lot of people find it crazy and creepy.
Oh yeah.
I understand. It is.
But
I'll knock out to that shit.
I
easy.
listen to it when I go to bed. Sometimes it's usually that or Bob Ross, either one. But
Bob Ross. Yeah.
Bob Ross is ASMR.
You don't know what
Bob
ASMR
Ross
is?
ASMR. Yeah.
ASMR is Bob Ross on a low volume. That's exactly what ASMR is.
Yeah. Without the high quality like condenser mic.
Yeah.
But no, I was looking at the Four Loko can. Nick just took his dog for a piss and.
Thank you.
And they have now the alcohol facts thing on it.
Wow.
But it's not like anything substantial. It just has the alcohol. But look at the servings per container.
4 3/4.
Like, what are you gonna like? Take a little drink? Like, I'll save this for later. Put it back in the
Not
fridge.
even, but like 4 3/4.
Like,
Here's
I'm at four. I'm at four. I gotta save the other
Who
3/4.
drinks the 3/4? Like who's gonna?
Who's gonna measure it out?
It's like like a kid. Like you drink the 3/4 one.
yeah. Have like measuring cups, and you're just slowly measuring them out. I don't understand why they put that on this stuff because. Who's drinking the serving size for one of these?
You know what? That's crazy. It's not gonna be funny, but one thing I've been saying is I hate products that are like that. They're so bad for you, and they come in a serving size the size of my phone.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, this is for 3 people." Let me tell you something. Something this size is not for 3 people.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So I'm like, what's the fucking just? You know what I mean?
Just be like, you're gonna be fat today.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting a king size candy bar. I hate especially the candy. It's like shareable size.
Exactly.
Shit. Like,
yeah.
This is when I go to the movies. I'm stuffing my face.
Wow.
Let's see what flavor this is. It's blue, so I figured it's a blue flavor.
Battery acid blue. Yeah. This tastes.
It tastes like that one.
This tastes a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be.
It just tastes like blue.
This tastes like if like you took candy and just battery acid. That's just
It does taste like battery acid.
Whatever you took the
kill me in the
D battery or C batteries and put them to your tongue and you just took candy as well.
Like some Sour Patch Kids.
This is it. Apple flavored candy like lollipops.
It's like a blue raspberry flavor, and it's just like this is too sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think I could drink all this.
I don't know if I could drink all this too. I mean,
I feel like the episode of SpongeBob the Barnacle Boy when he's like, remember when he's like, I want to order the regular size Krabby Patty. Remember that one? And he goes to eat it at the end. He's like, I don't think I can eat it all. That's how I feel right now. I drink it with my eyes.
Oh my god! We went to Hibachi for my birthday, and
Hibachi.
we got. You ever been to one yet?
Not yet. Still have to go.
Yo,
the one in Phoenixville.
Yo, that's where we go to, man. It's like
BYOB. We gave our location away.
Shit.
233
in Phoenixville, Arizona.
777.
Well, no, I went there, and I starved myself. I was like, I'm not going to lunch because I want to go there for my birthday. And
I Gandhi'd it 3 days beforehand.
I was like, we doing hibachi?
Oh, we doing?
And so it's BYOB. So I'm already 2 beers in. Like I got there sober.
Yeah.
Before the food was even ready. 2 dogfish, 60 minutes in. And so like when you're ordering, I had like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have this appetizer, this double rice, and the lady's kind of like. You sure about that? And the food came, the appetizers, then he's cooking, and he served my whole plate. And even I looked at it drunk as fuck. I was like, damn, I ordered too much. Even drunk me was like, before even eating it, I was like, all right.
I ordered too much.
You fucked up. I don't know what it is. Alcohol, like, gives you like that confidence.
Whenever I like, if I go to like, you know, I don't know, like, I guess we don't really eat downtown, but like if I'm out, not that we don't eat downtown, but when we're drinking downtown, we don't like go get a, you know, bite to eat. There's nothing open. But like if I'm out like at dinner, like there, I'm having drinks. I'm always like, or like I'm at Applebee's or something. I'm like, ooh, 2 for $3 apps. Don't mind if a squeeze. And like I order like a shit ton. I'll get like the boneless buffalo wings, the quesadilla, and all that. And I'll eat the boneless buffalo wings. I'll have like a bite of the quesadilla and be like, I don't want anything else.
Yeah. Is that like a burping boo? There's like a disrespectful one. That's the highest form of disrespect you can get. What was it? Oh, what I want to talk about, especially with alcohol involved, I want to talk about we were talking about the feeling of talking to someone new, and how exhausting. I was going to say it's really exhausting when you're not even dating yet. You're getting to know a girl that you kind of both feel the vibes. Like, you know, you're talking to someone and you're like I am interested in you, and I can kind of tell you're interested in me, but there's not enough evidence. But you're like, okay, you've already decided in your head that I'm gonna continue pursuing her. Yeah. So then, it's like those weird, and then you hang out because let's say like you have you have the same type of friend group, you know what I mean? So she's always around and whatever. And I said that's like like
a college scenario.
Yeah, like. Or and that's how you meet people. I mean, like you meet them from other people and you hang out, and then that's if you're not online dating. Yeah. And so I think what I appreciate about online dating is that feeling of when you're pursuing someone and you're getting to know them first. It's mentally exhausting because you're always trying to get all this information about them, but you're also the whole time you're there you're like, you know, like it's like, oh, I gotta act in a way that she'll like me more, and you're like,
you can't be weird right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't be yourself right off the bat.
So you're so self-aware of what you're doing, and not only that, you're paying attention to what her social cues are. Yeah. Like if you say something and she giggles, you're like, oh, okay. Well, but then what if you say something and she like drinks her drink like right after you say it, and you're like, oh, this bitch hates me.
That happens. So that Master Nun show I'm watching. Yeah. That he does a whole show of where he goes on first dates. Like he goes like it's like 8 first dates, and there's so many instances like there's one where like the girl, like the one girl's on her phone the whole time, like that, like I can imagine that happens a ton. There's one where the girl was just really weird talking about like WWE wrestling, and she went like really like into like he was like, oh, what'd you do this weekend? And she was like, oh, you know, I watched the SummerSlam. Big Show was fighting John Cena, and he put him in a headlock, and then John Cena hit him with the FU, and then I was like, that seems like a real, like that really happened. You know what I mean? Like I could totally see that happening.
Well,
like someone just going like
deep into their thing. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and then it's exhausting because you have to remember all of that at once. Yeah. And then so that way you can impress them, because you know it's always
you want to make sure.
Yeah. And then but it's like you're always looking at them. So like let's say. The worst is that's how mentally exhausting it is. Like let's say we're hanging out, they're there, and like, you know, you talk to them for a little bit, but you don't want to be on their ass, right? So, you know, then we go back to hanging out at this party or whatever the function it is, whatever, and my peripherals are like my peripherals, but like basically the whole time it's like we're talking.
But you're not focusing on what we're talking about.
I'm not focusing on you.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, like
talking about me.
Yeah, it's on my. Oh, she looked over here twice. Don't look at her too many times.
And you're looking at me.
Yeah, and so like I'm always keeping an eye on the and I'm like, yo, that is fucking exhausting.
It is.
And then like and then eventually like, oh, they, you know, you say like, oh, I like you, and then they like you back, and then it's easier because it's like, okay, I can look at you because I'm interested, and
you not seem like a creepy. Like
exactly. So you have to like not look like a creep, but absorb as much information, like even like you know. She puts her hair back when she talks to you, and you're like, you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, I think she's interested in what I'm about to say. You know what I mean? And like you have to constantly pick that up. But I mean, it goes both ways. It's not like the girls doesn't have to do that either, unless they're a bitch. But
Yeah. That's definitely an interesting.
That's
part.
tiring.
That's tiring. Yeah.
Excuse me. Just be single, man. That's it. Get a dog.
Get a dog.
Be single, man.
Get a Pornhub premium account.
Yeah, the dog does the work for you. You know what I mean? Like they're playing with the dog, you gotta stare at them. Make sure they're not, just abusing their dog.
Speaking on the lines of dating-esque things, this also ties in with the Master Nun episode I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got the idea from. So a lot of times on dating sites, you see people that say, "Oh, I'm just looking for friends, which is a very weird place to find dating site on a dating site, like especially like Tinder or something like that, because Tinder is just mainly people are just on there for fuck city.
Okay, so it's isn't Tinder like really open up? Like most people go on Tinder is like I just want to hook up. And stuff like that.
Tinder's
that's
basically
cool.
like
cool.
Tinder's basically straight grinder.
Oh, that's good. That's what's up.
Yeah,
straight grinder.
But like I don't know, like the episode that was the episode of the thing is the same episode. It was the girl I was telling you about with the WWE things, and Aziz was like, "Oh, you want to come back to my place?" She's like, "Oh no, I'm actually dating someone." He's like, "What? Why are you out on this date?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for friends." And he's like, the thing's called Love Finder. What do you like? And that happens a lot. Like people will go. I've seen that plenty of times on dating sites.
What is the logic? Like, okay,
I'm guessing. I'm guessing I don't know the whole extent of the interface, but like I'm guessing you can also have female matches as well. So maybe they're looking for a female friend as well. I don't know.
But wouldn't there be an app that is exclusively for just finding friends?
One of the dating sites has like three options. Bumble. It has date, BFF, which is I guess friend one.
Yeah.
It's a job one. Like you can swipe jobs. It's really fucking weird. But
well, whatever. Someone's doing it. Whatever. Yeah. So, I'm going to sound really fucked up. I'm going to drink to this one. So, it goes both ways. But I'm going to say that there's certain people that like the attention.
Yeah.
So, like...
That's not... Oh, it stopped recording.
It stopped recording?
Yeah.
So, even when the shutter goes down, okay. Yeah, whatever.
We lost the video.
That's fine.
But go ahead.
We're still moving. Pretend that, yeah. Just... Close your eyes. Imagine
see what you just saw.
Yeah, we haven't moved much.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I feel like it's a lot of attention seeking.
Oh yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
And it's like they know that you're interested in them romantically, and so then they're like, "No, we'll just be friends." But I think they like the feeling that you're still in the back of your head. Like kind of like a backup plan, or like, oh, he likes me, we're friends, but I know he would like to take it further.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm gonna tell anyone. The best advice I feel like is like, yo, fuck that bitch. Like I hate when there's no reason to be interested in someone romantically, and they're like, no, but I really like you as a friend, and there's nothing wrong with saying, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends with you. I only like you because I want to get to know you better.
Yeah.
I want this to be a physical, relationship.
Yeah.
And you don't like that?
All right. Yeah.
That's fine. I don't want to be friends with you because I still like you that way. And you know what I mean? So if a person is willing to go, oh, let's just be friends, you have every right to go, nah, because I like you more than that. So there's no way we can be.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd be like, we can't be friends. Unless we date, we're not gonna be friends. Cause it's just like it's like a breakup before actually being official. You know what I mean? You can't be friends with. There's certain situations.
You start out as friends, but then you move into a relationship.
Yeah.
If they're going, I just want to stay friends. Be like, all right, well,
but that's not the reason. Exactly, that's not the reason why you like. They know you started this because you were interested romantically. Yeah. So it's like, oh, but let's do this instead. No, that's not my plan to begin with.
Yeah. So it's not even worth it.
If anybody here is like, oh, she wants to just be friends, don't be friends with them. You don't have to. Do not feel forced to be friends with someone because you still like them. You can say, no, I'm going to go keep looking for other girls. That's all. And that's it. That's all you got to do.
That's it, baby. That's it.
It's just weird. You can everybody can have, like, yeah, okay, she really wants a friend. Well, then, how about you go and walk up to someone, and if you spark interest with them, like, you never know. Maybe you just be like, hey, in the beginning, you could just be like, look, I just want a friend to hang out with. I'm new to this town or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And you could be clear, straightforward. What the fuck was that?
Flo came up on that one.
That's that raspberry, baby. That's that battery acid. This shit
Thank God that wasn't on camera.
You pour this in your car, it'll start it up.
You're low on oil.
Can't start your car. Just pour some Four Loko on it.
But yeah, if you're in that type of situation right now,
seek help. There's hotlines for this. We're starting one. And it's just me picking up the
1-800 friend zone.
And it's like we pick up the phone. It's like, did you dump the bitch yet?
Like no greeting introduction from them.
It was like, instead of like, have you tried turning it off and on again? Like an IT is just, have you dumped the bitch yet? No, but seriously, like, you don't have to stay friends with someone.
Yo, you digging in from personal demons here? Like, you're going off on this.
No. Well, no, I've never done that.
Like, seriously, you don't have...
I've never been stuck in the friend zone, but it's like, if I was, I'd just be like, nah, man, you're not that interesting to hang out with like that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, you want to be best friends with the person you're dating. That's true. No, just fuck. Ever tell you that story? Oh my God, I'm leaving my ex-girlfriend's, who I won't say her name, but you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, the one in the Bronx. Yeah.
Oh, that really narrows it down.
No. So I'm in the Bronx, and I'm taking the one bus.
Yeah, everybody knows what you're talking about. Everybody from Pennsylvania that's listening to this knows the New York Transit.
We have East Coast, West Coast listeners. Don't worry. Anyways, I'm in New York City. I'm taking the bus back home, but it's like 3-4 in the morning, and the bus runs at that time. The bus runs like every hour at 3-4 in the morning. So like I time it. Like you can look up online and it can tell you when at that stop what time it's gonna come. So I go out, whatever, but I have to wait
MTA.gov.
Yeah, and then I'm like just chilling, just waiting for the bus to come, and it's just me. And I'm on my phone, whatever, and this like crazy, like this old guy just comes up to me. Mm-hmm. Well, he's waiting for the bus too, and he just like starts talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, like you're young, blah blah." I don't know how we got to this. We're just talking, and all of a sudden he starts going. He's like, "Oh man, you're young, man." Like, cause I was like 19 at the time, right? Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, you're young, man, blah blah. You need to just fuck. Like, no, you don't need to be in a relationship right now because when you get older, like when you're in a relationship, you ain't gonna have any sex. So you know what you need to be doing right now is you need to be fucking." And this is a guy I've never talked to ever in my life at 4 in the morning. Jesus. Waiting for my
just giving you his,
And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna disagree with this. 4 in the morning.
No, you know what? This guy's got a point. This guy's got a point.
4 in the morning. I'm not risking that shit. Tell him about, no, you're stupid, old man. Get away from me. And there's not a single other car on the road, nothing in sight. I'm like, okay. So I'm just listening, like, oh, okay, like, kind of like agreeing with him, like, yeah, just and but the whole time he's just like, yeah, man, like, oh, don't even like settle down. All you gotta do is fuck, like, just fuck as many girls as you can. This is like a guy.
This guy sounds like he had a lot of regrets.
This guy was like 60 years old plus, and he was like going off, and I'm just like listening, like, yeah. I could. It was one of the most. And then I used to, like, when you see a face, like, like experience just like that. Yeah. I used to see him all the time at that bus stop, like during the middle of the day, whatever. Like, this is the crazy old man of the block. I'm like, you're telling me you get up at 4 in the morning and start your day to do this?
Gets up at 4, finds some random guy like hanging out at the bus stop. Like, let me spread my wisdom.
And this is New York City, so it's like so many faces, but I would still see him. Like, yo, that's the crazy old man.
I had someone, not to the extent of, keep fucking, but I had someone, like, old people say that stuff all the time. Like, I had some guy at work come in, and he was getting something transferred, like an audio thing. And he was like, how old are you? And I was like, 25. He goes, man, just live your life. He's like, It's like, I'm 67. He's like, I would give anything to go back to your age right now. I was like, I don't want to get into this. I'm at work right now. I don't want to get into this. And he was like, yeah, I mean, he was a nice guy, but it was just kind of like, older people always give that type of advice, which is good, but it's just kind of like, I already am living my life. Like, I don't know. Yeah. They're just like, man, just do what you want to do. And I was like, oh, okay. I have student loans, but okay.
I'm in debt, but okay.
Okay.
No, yeah. I feel like the older, it's always like the older you get, the less censored you are.
No, yeah.
So I hope I get like old and I'm like I see like two kids like talking, but I can tell they're like just getting it. Just fuck them already. Why won't you two just fuck? just be the icebreaker.
And they're just like, I mean,
yeah,
okay.
And then the girl's like, oh, I don't like him like that. And then back to my first advice, dump the bitch. You get to be old and have like a free pass. Yeah. He's like, oh, this guy said this to me. How old is he? Oh, man, he's old.
He's old dude. Yeah, that is a free pass.
That's a free pass.
Like
it's like a handicap spot, but life.
Like you could walk up when you're old and just like, just fuck it. And they're like, oh, you.
Oh, that's grandpa.
Oh, grandpa.
Imagine.
Go back to playing League of Legends.
I know, like at my nursing home, playing games of League and shit. I'm telling you, we're gonna have like nursing homes with like gigabit internet speed. Well, it's gonna be higher than that by the time we're old, and like upload down
thetabyte.
Yeah, thetabyte. And it's just Nintendo Switches. Like, oh, this is what we used to.
It's gonna be what's after the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it'll be like GameCubes and like stuff that we grew up with.
And like our grandkids are gonna come play with it, and they're like, I don't get it. How do you use this shit?
You have to actually hold the controller. Your body isn't like a controller.
This is a game Back to the Future. This is a game for babies, bitch. You show me a baby who's got this high score.
Whoop that ass! Whoop that ass in some double car. What was it? Double dash.
Double dash. Yeah, that was such a dumbass line. When he was playing the arcade game and he beat it, he's like, you have to use a controller. He's like, this one's for babies. Yo, what? Babies?
Babies can't grab that shit. What are you?
Holy shit. But yeah, can't wait to be old. Honestly.
Yeah.
And I like being young, but panic attacks, wondering what I'm doing with my life, all that. I think it balances out. It balances out. When I'm old, I'm like, I made it this far. If I die tomorrow, it's okay. Yeah, I feel successful.
You know what I always think about? Like you just said, like panic attacks and all that shit. Like nowadays, that stuff is like known. And like there's like research on it, and like people know what to do. Like imagine being back in the day and like he's just crazy. Throw him in the crazy home. Like you know what I mean? Like what are you worried about? You test him up, put him in the crazy home. You're fine.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's so like older people always say like, oh, you're so much more coddled and blah 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 blah, like all that stuff. But like there are some people that over exaggerate that kind of stuff, but there are like many people out there that do have problems like that, and it's like thank God for like modern medicine because
people like, acknowledging
people being like you're not crazy. You don't need to get fucking shock therapy. Like you just need counseling.
No, yeah. I mean, and that makes me go like, how many people are just back then were really good at hiding it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like true.
I refuse to believe that like it's old people back then were like not having panic attacks or like, what am I gonna do in my life? Maybe they weren't. Maybe life was just so good back then that we don't even understand. But like, motherfucker, I don't know what I want to do in my life. I just turned 25 and I'm like, I should get my life together. It's just hard. Like there's just so much opportunity and like, I don't know, like you can't fuck up 1 second because if you fuck up, like you're in debt already. And oh my God.
You have the biggest problem, at least for me right now, is just student loans. Like I could be doing so much more stuff right now. Like I could definitely have my own place again. I could definitely,
Yeah.
I mean, I did get a new car, but that's because I moved back in my parents' house. But I could travel more. I could do more. I could buy better equipment if I didn't have fucking student loans. Like
that's something an expense that was added our generation.
That is the biggest single thing, and like
because back then when they graduated from college, I don't think
get a job right away.
Baby boomers had debt on them, and they got a good job right away.
Yeah,
and I
well, that's another thing too. Like
that is an expense that didn't exist until our our generation.
I mean, experience has always been needed, but like. In certain, I mean, like obviously a doctor or like an engineer, you obviously need to have experience for that. That's something that never changed. But like radio personalities and like all that kind of stuff, they were just hippies. Like people on the radio, like you didn't need a degree to be on the radio.
Yeah. And now they look for that type of stuff because
it's all not syndicate. It's all. Everything's pre-planned. Like back in the day on the radio, now you can say whatever you wanted, but like you could play whatever you wanted. Now everything's just like, at 4 o'clock, Imagine Dragons. 5 o'clock, Halsey. like
BTS.
I heard a song. It was last night. I was up with my Tim, and we were going up to Kristen and Mark's house to play D&D. And my cousin and friends. Nerd. Hey, you used to play. You wanted to start playing because of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But there was a song on the radio that had that my in the chorus, but it wasn't BTS. Like it sounded like it, and I was like, is this BTS? And what's his name? AJ was in the car, and I was like, is this BTS? He's like, I don't know who that is. And I was like, it's a K-pop band. And he goes, there's like 1 million of them. You got to be way more specific. And I was like, it's the one with the 7 guys. Got to be more specific. And I was like, oh my God. I didn't realize. I thought they were like the most popular.
No. They probably are now. But no, there's a shit ton of K-pop. Really? K-pop is like, I'm disrespecting Korean pop. But, actually all pop music. Because that also includes like.
Halsey.
No, like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and all that. They're corporate made. Like it's a corporation that just finds these kids, puts them together. Yeah, personality wise,
like Miley Cyrus.
It's a science to make these bands. Yeah, like dude, no respect for you. Sorry, like you're great musicians, but it's a businessman put you together, my man. Like you guys didn't find each
One
other.
Direction.
Yeah, I don't know much about One Direction.
They got put together through some singing show. Simon Cowell put them together.
Yeah. See, that's the man. You're made by the man. You're not made by. It's not
made
natural.
By
That's the man.
What are we in that '70s show?
Yeah, man.
That's the man.
Fuck 12. Fuck the government.
What does 12 come from? What is?
I don't fucking know. 12, 50, popo.
I know. Well, popo makes sense, but 12?
I don't know.
They're go. Oh shit! It's 12 o'clock. I've always wondered that. Like, how you see on cop shows, mostly detectives drink. Speaking of which, have you ever seen a real life detective?
Yeah, I want to say yeah. I've
never seen a real life, not in a cop uniform, like in like a suit and like a slicker jacket. You know what I mean? Like. I've never seen one of or not a slicker jacket, but you know what I mean? Like those overall jackets, like the business coat men. You know what I'm talking about? Like I've never seen like what they should wear on Law and Order. I guess it's more of a big city thing.
I think so, yeah.
But
I've seen.
I've always wanted to see like an actual detective and be like, that's what they look like.
You're from the TV show.
Yeah. I've never seen.
Imagine you woke up to yo. I love you working Law and
Order. But I've never seen an actual detective in real life. I mean, who's good? I don't think there's any detectives in Phoenixville. I think they just use the cops as the detectives. There's not many major crimes happening here.
Open and shut case, Johnson. There's cat shit all over the theater.
But no, like the stereotype in shows, like where the cops are just always drinking. Like they'll be like, not always drinking, but like, oh, It happens
like
a lot
8 a.m.
in
pick you
Law
up.
and Order. They'll go to like the bar and like all right, between this, but all right, let's head over, and then like take a shot of whiskey or something like that. Like I think that actually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to.
It's happening because it's a stressful job.
It's a stressful job.
Detectives, you have to it's like
not detectives, police.
Well, police in general. Yeah, no, but like detectives, especially because like someone gets murdered, and like you have to solve this. You have to find the murderer. Like you're playing fucking Clue up in this bitch. Like
he has his cards. Was it you with this gun in the bathroom? And then the guy's like, "Nah, man, I got these cards." He puts his cards down. They're like, "Fuck,
damn it,
get a new witness."
All right, give me another shot of whiskey.
Tough day. He talked to his wife. The wife comes home and he's like, "Oh, honey, you have a good time?" "Oh, man." As the suspect he had his cards. He had his cards.
Motherfucker rolled a 7. I don't know what to do. Like,
I'm at a wall. This case hit a dead end. I got a cold. What is it? Case
I got a cold case. Ooh, speaking of which, that was a good ass show. You ever watch Cold Case?
Nah.
It was a CBS show. It was like they dig open old cold cases that were never solved, and it obviously solved them. But there was some cool ass shit. That
it was fake though, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was like a Law and Order type.
The only detective show I've ever watched was Monk. And that's a classic.
It's a jungle out there.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I could be wrong.
I watched that all last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, a good show, right?
Very good show.
But then there was that show Psych that it was after. I didn't like it too much.
I liked it. I only watched a couple episodes. From what I saw, it was basically the same as Monk.
Yeah,
except
Monk
he was
good.
a psychic. Yeah,
Monk was like
my boy Tony Shalhoub. Yeah, that's a good show. That is a very good show.
And they replaced the. I don't like that they were. It's weird.
They replaced the girl.
I'm pretty sure she was asking for too much.
His assistant.
And they were like, we can replace it.
But they bring her back in the later season. Like
really?
they bring her like for like a cameo.
Oh wow.
Because she
left,
marries the lieutenant, not the lieutenant, the younger guy. The younger guy.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
But you know who's in a bunch of shit? The guy with the mustache.
Really?
Monk, what are you like that guy?
Yeah.
He's in maybe not a bunch of shit, but he was in the new Jurassic World.
Okay.
I was like, but he doesn't have a mustache.
So, like,
and I was like, I was
yeah.
looking at it and I was like, is that? I forget his name, but
The
I was
cop,
like, I don't know, I don't remember his name in the show, but yeah, that's the.
I gotta rewatch that show.
That's a good
Monk
show.
was
It's on
such
Prime.
a good show. That was such a good show.
It's a very good intro.
Before I met you,
done by Randy Newman.
Yeah.
The guy that does the Toy Story songs.
Before I met you, that's what I did in college.
Just watch.
I watched the entire Monk show, like from beginning to end.
Where'd you watch? Was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was on Netflix. And
like, would you have the DVD box set?
no, yeah, it was on Netflix. And that semester, right? Then Christmas break, I was watching it. Then I started school.
Second semester, yeah.
I started school, and I didn't meet you yet. And then that's all I did. I would go to class, come into my room, do homework.
It's a jungle out there.
I could be wrong now,
but I don't think so. Damn, that's a good ass show.
So that was what I did.
There's a bunch of people, like a bunch of guest stars in that show. Nick Offerman's in one of the episodes.
Yep.
There's someone else too.
I almost drank the mic.
I inverted the bird and landed her safely in an open field. But what else we got on this list? What else we got? Actually,
we're talking about cops and bad haircuts.
Talk about it for the second. I have to take a piss.
Damn, see, I came prepared.
I pissed already. It's going through me.
I pissed already. You ever like have those moments where you like you kind of want to like say something smooth to a girl or something, and you just say like a little punk bitch, and you're like, all right, it was nice knowing you. It was a pleasure. Yeah, man. I want to talk about why do you can always spot a cop from a mile away because of the bad haircut. And Brennan was telling me about how it's the haircut like you get in military, and it's a style. And the two reasons they say is because it helped with lice, because you just had buzz cut, and lice can't be on your head if you have a buzz cut. And the other one is so that everybody looks the same and nobody's special. That was the whole point. That doesn't excuse you from having a shitty haircut after being in the army. Like, after serving, there's no reason to have that haircut again. That haircut is there it's because it's like institutionalized. You know what I mean? Like it's grandfathered in, so that's the reason why we do it type thing. You know what I mean? There's no fucking reason to have that haircut.
Well, there is a difference between the military haircut and the police haircut. Especially, there's a difference between the boot camp haircut, because boot camp haircut is just shave.
Yeah.
But the like police officer haircut is high and tight.
So it's
That's
like
the high and tight.
but like it's like
shave all around the side, and then like a flat top. That's what it's called. Flat top.
Yeah.
And it's all around the sides, and then just like a
little bit of hair,
a two on the top that it sticks up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it just sticks up a tiny bit.
But like they shave it like it's flat, but it sticks up and it's like I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Like it's like
a flat top. It's like a flat top. And
we had a kid in high school that had one of those guys.
He was a cop. He was ready to be a cop.
He actually might be a cop.
He was an undercover cop in high school.
He was actually 35.
Do you guys reefer? Reefer after school?
Yeah, that's an interesting haircut.
There's no
we got talking about this because we were passing by a Great Clips, and we were basically like, the major three: Great Clips, Supercuts, and Haircuttery. And it's like, I go there to Supercuts mainly now because I'm not doing anything special with my hair, so I just shave my head. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $35 at a barbershop to get a shaved head. I'll just go to Supercuts to get it done for $15.
Yeah.
I could just buy my own razors for $15 to do it myself, but no, like, I feel like most cops go to like Supercuts and get that. Like, I remember when I was a kid, because I used to go to Supercuts all the time as a kid to get my haircut, and they had a book in the front, and you could like go up to the lady and be like, I want this, and they would do that haircut.
Yeah.
Like as best as they could. I'm sure that was like, because I think in the training to be a Supercuts person, you have to like learn all the cuts in the book.
Yeah.
So like I think that was like their specialties. So I'm pretty sure like a lot of police officers probably have that cut from the book.
Yeah. Oh, he's dreaming.
Sleeping.
Oh, my dog is.
Dog's having a nightmare.
My dog.
Or Anakin's dog. Next dog, Anakin, is having a nightmare.
Well, basically, I am his bitch, so. I love it. It's not a nightmare. I think he's like
just dreaming.
He's fucking something up in that dream. He's like, "Yo, what up, bitch?" Oh, we woke him up.
Yeah, we caught you, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Caught you slipping. Go back to sleep. But no, that haircut is atrocious. It's an abomination. It actually might be the reason why I don't trust police. Honestly, they're not relatable. They're not relatable. So honestly, if police officers had normal haircuts, who knows? The world might be a better place.
If they had if they had like a man bun or something. Like
yeah,
that.
exactly. Give me a man bun and like
the
tattoos.
The soccer player haircut where it's like shaved all around and like the little bun on the
back,
back,
a slit.
Yeah,
right there. Yeah. Damn, world peace right there. I'll start trusting police if they start looking like me.
They were like drug rugs instead of All right, well, that'll do it for this episode.
If you want to see more, I have a premium Snapchat where I offer nudes as well.
Yes, it's $5 for face, $2 for body shot, nickel for cock shot.
Yeah, it gets cheaper because it gets more disgusting as we move on.
Go down.
Yeah, so like headshot is the most expensive. You can use it as your headshot if you want to apply to somewhere, and then like the dick shots, like I don't even know why you want to see that. So I'll just throw whatever
jangy.
Yeah, 5 cents. You get a nice soft flaccid, 2-inch penis. 2-inch.
Not even like torqued. Just like
not even half chub. Just like
soft.
Just straight up, like in the cold water, I jump out, take the photo.
It's inside you.
In your ball, like even your balls are in there. Yeah, it's just a skin.
But yeah, that'll do it for this episode of Just Another Loser. Thank you, Four Loco, for
Cuatro Crazy
for getting us Toasty.
We're halfway done.
I was not drunk before the podcast, and I'm very drunk, and I've only had like
I'm like here,
about a quarter of it. Yeah, I'm by like the. I guess we have different logos on ours, but I'm about at the R, like between the O and the R. of frost.
Some guys listening to this.
He's like, oh,
yeah. Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is.
I got you.
That's a good point. That's a good point to be at. All right. Well, thank you for listening. Hope you had a good time, and hopefully you became stupider watching this, because that's the point.
Watching half of it because the video feed went out.
Yeah, and we don't want people to become smarter. You know, there's too much of that.
We want you to just listen to this and be like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
If you have an epiphany to change your life after watching us, we did our job.
We didn't do our job.
No, we did. We're trying to make sure people go, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Why am I listening to this?
Why am I listening to this shit?
Who the fuck are these people?
I'm going to get a job. And you're welcome. You're welcome. We accept PayPal.
You're looking at the camera. Yeah. It's not on.
All right.
Yep, that'll do it.
Peace.